You can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space with the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because if you feel like a room without a roof.
Good morning, Facebook and LinkedIn Live. This is Tony Williams from Veterans Council Veteran. Welcome to our CEO weekly update for July 18th. First of all, everybody, this is, I know it's Monday, and this is where we have to really have a positive attitude. I want everybody to take a minute just to sit there and breathe in, breathe out, think of something very, very positive. Think of something that you can thank God you're alive. Thank God your loved ones are alive. Thank God for all the things you accomplished last week, and thank God for all the things you're going to accomplish this week. We got to start off on a positive footnote if we want to sit there and let it carry us through at least till Wednesday. So thank you for all being around. Please be positive, be positive, be positive. We got a lot to cover. It's been a couple weeks since I've been here. Don't know if you guys missed me, but let's get to it. So first, what I want to talk about, I want to talk about somebody that some of you guys may or may not know. His name is Walt Wraysick, and this is not, I say again, this is not a eulogy. This is not a eulogy. Walt Wraysick is one of the few people who has been serving this community, the Hillsborough community, veteran community, for years and years and years. Unfortunately, Walt has contacted the virus, and I'll tell you, and I went to visit him at the General Hospital. He's welcome to visitors, and what we've learned is that even with the virus, now he got the Moderna, but even with the virus, you still have to be careful. You still have to be careful, even if you're vaccinated, about what you're doing. For Walt, this is a serious thing, and thank goodness that Walt is good. He's fine. He's getting healthy. He's going to be there for 12 days. So those of you guys who know Walt, please visit him at the Tampa General Hospital, room 449 hotel. It's kind of difficult to get there, so for those Marines out there, you may have to sit there and follow the breadcrumbs to find it. But I just want to give a shout out to Walt Wraysick. Again, he's done so much. I mean, he's been Hillsborough Veterans Council's president. He's a treasurer. He's been the Vietnam Veterans of America, the Marine Corps. He's just done it all. He's one of those guys that has really stepped up. And that one guy to the right, if you look at your right, see the guy next to him, that's Michael Dell. Michael Dell, if you look to the right with the sunglasses on, whatever, he's another one of those guys that are out there that have constantly given to the veteran community behind these scenes. He's helped veterans council veterans out a lot. So I think it was important. I thought it was important that we bring that up, and I want all you guys out there, ladies out there, to please put Walt in your prayers. So he won't make the Veterans Hillsborough Council meeting this month, but he'll be probably there next week. So Walt, get better, prayer, rest, and please everybody, say prayers for Walt. We miss you, man, and I can't wait to get out there and continue to help the veterans out there in the community. So next we're going to have, and this is what I like about it, Veterans Council Veterans. We have our own Facebook. It's called Veterans Council Veterans Group, and it's for families and veterans not just families, but if you also have a military cultural experience with veterans in training, we have a Facebook group. We have this one here. We have Dawn Maria Spradley. She's on. In fact, Dawn is a retired Army veteran out there in Fort Hood. Did about 23 years. 23 years, and part of that was drill sergeant time, so she's pretty tough. But now she's going to actually become a counselor, so she'll be a tough counselor. So thank you, Dawn, for joining Veterans Council Veterans. We also got one I didn't add, came too late. Another one named Elena Guerrero. She's also going to be part of Veterans Council Veteran, but I just found out last night. I'll make sure I add Elena on our next broadcast. Kim Nicole, Army veteran, licensed clinical social worker. Mario Gonzalez, a mental health advocate. Kim Lacos, she's a V Orlando counselor. Sherry Harvard. In fact, Sherry Harvard is besides the Army veteran, her husband's an Army veteran, so they're dual. She's also the USARC, the U.S. Army Ready Reserve Command. She's a suicide prevention coordinator, and she's invited me to come out there and give a little speech or a little talk to her when they have their suicide prevention conference the end of July out there in West Palm Beach. So thank you, Sherry, thank you for inviting me. I'll definitely be out there. And finally, but not least, K. Albert Warren. I know it's Karen Warren, Navy veteran, and also a mental health advocate. So welcome all those that are now part of the Veterans Council Veterans Group. Yay! And I get that out the screen here, so you see my pretty face. So I want to thank those out there. Now, Veterans Council Veteran. People always ask, Veterans Council Veteran, what do you do? What do you do? What do you do? Sometimes I ask myself, what do I not do? But in a nutshell, we try to link the veteran community, and that includes the families too, with the mental health resources in your local area. And that's one of our key things. So we do that with what we call our 5 acronyms: teams: teaching, advocacy, education, mentorship, and service. And we do that through this forum here. We do broadcasts, we do workshops, we do one-to-one. So if you're a veteran out there and you have, or even a family member, you don't have to have the veteran to get our services. If you are suffering from something and you're a spouse or a family member of a veteran, contact us. If you you decide I want to sit there, have somebody know where I'm talking about, contact us. We're just another resource. There are lots of resources out there, not just Veteran Council Veterans. I want everybody to know that. One of the things I always say is that as veterans, we need to share. It doesn't always have to be about us. There are other organizations out there that are doing great things for our veteran organization, and we got to sit there and support them. And speaking of that, my next video you're going to see is there's an organization there called Paint 22. It's led by Bleach Adams and a partner, and it uses art therapy, art like the painting, the art, to help with suicide prevention and intervention, and other things as well. It's not evidence based, but it's definitely helped. And I want to show you guys something that I went to. They had an event this last Friday, the 16th, at the 21st Brewer Company, and it was awesome. And I want you guys to get a chance to see what I saw. So if you can't hear it, okay. Apologize, technical difficulties. Veterans, and then that's why I'm here. I'm only here because of veterans. If not with veterans, I'd still be home watching TV. So how you doing? What's your name, man?
Caleb Knowles.
Hey, what's up, Caleb? Now, show us your picture that you're doing.
Yeah. So I got
Oh man. Okay. And tell us what's important. Like what branch do you serve?
United States Marine Corps.
Oh. Okay, Marine Corps. We gotta let that slide. I have to go edit that when I finish this video. All right.
Yeah, I got this one.
Yeah.
And I'll show you. You want some other two? I got two more in the next one.
You okay? I'm just following my man out here for a second. You're gonna show me two more big pictures here. So here we are here. I'm following his pictures. Okay, it's another one. Now what is that a picture of?
So this is actually a pathway. When I used to walk home from school, I'm from Atlanta, from Georgia. So I walk through the woods every day with my grandma. It'd be so cold today because my bus didn't come out that far. So it's basically a pathway I used to walk home this
Oh wow.
This one right here, my Northern Lights painting. That's actually a little Easter egg. You can't really see it because you get so focused on this stuff, you miss out on the boy and the girl sitting here staring at the stars.
Oh, okay, right there. I can't.
Yeah, it's a real small.
Okay.
Growing up, I was separated from my sister. Going to see places, so it was kind of like reliving what I wanted my childhood to be through some of these paintings, man. It's really amazing. It's real blessed,
It's really hard for me to sit there and process that this was done by a Marine. So
I ate like 10 crayons.
You know that, right? This is good, cool stuff, man. So that was an art show that Paint 22 had on the 16th of July over here near West Danny Boulevard, and Caleb, just want to point it out, my man. Want to point it out, Caleb, and all the Marines out there, all you Marines out there want to be artists or whatever. There you go. There you go. So anyway, I'm just giving Caleb a hard time. Caleb, because Caleb knows that did a lot of great paintings out there of his sister, and when they were separated. And I've talked to Caleb. I think I want to have Caleb on and Belisha, because Belisha is actually the lead of the Paint 22, and ask him how did the art really help him out with the company, because Caleb also had TBI, which is called traumatic brain injury, and he said this is one of the things that really helped him navigate through that, the anxieties and all that kind of stuff. So we need to bring more of that on. So I want to bring Caleb on when he gets the opportunity. Caleb came all the way from Kentucky to be at this event. It was an amazing event, lots of painting. Also, Belisha's partner had done a little rap song. So anyway, it was a great out there. Please, if you get an opportunity, go to Belisha's website, Paint 22, support them because they support our veterans. And that, I think, it's very important that we need to continue to do as we move forward. So what also I want to try to do when it comes to Veterans Council Veteran, I'm clicking on here. Okay, trying to move this here. So another things that we did with Veterans Council Veterans that I went out with, what we do is it's all about relationships, and find out what else is going on in the community. So I wanted to give you guys kind of what we were doing throughout the community. First, I wanted, to my right, to your right, we're gonna move to the left. Jonathan Bryant. Jonathan Bryant was actually an active duty soldier stationed at Fort Bragg, Fayetteville, which is Fayetteville, North Carolina, and he took his life. And his family is from Bradenton. He was his body was flown into Tampa. They did a escort ride. The riders and all the veterans and jeeps and stuff did a ride all the way from Tampa International Airport to Bradenton. I couldn't make it because at that time, as y'all know, the same time they had this ride, it was the big storm was being indicated, so everybody had to be off the street. So I didn't get a chance to participate in that. But please, prayers to Jonathan's family who are in Bradenton. We have to shift our focus from taking care of the veteran to taking care of the veteran's family, because now they have to suffer through this sad tragedy of losing their loved one to suicide. And one thing about we got for Veterans Council Veterans, we have a program that provides outreach support to families who've lost veterans to suicide. We connect them with resources. We connect with the veterans, anybody from the VSOs, see what the benefits are. We connect them with counseling. We connect them with if you need finances to do some of the funerals. We just connect them to make sure that the veterans family is taken care of, which I believe we still owe them regardless. And then after that, you see next to me, I'm sitting next to Congressman Scott Franklin. He's actually the congressman up there for southern part of Polk County. Congressman Franklin is also a Navy veteran, 26 years, academy, and all that kind of stuff. He's in the Congress, and he's also part of the Arms Service Committee, and they're the ones that are responsible for the DOD side of the house. And so we talked about an hour. I mean, it's just nothing great. And I also had Gary Clark was there, and I tell you, if you bring Gary Clark, if you have Gary Clark as a guest, be prepared to hear about how great the Air Force is. But I digress. So we talked about military sexual trauma. We talked about the suicide and ways we can help suicide. And I've invited him. I hope to stay engaged with Congressman Franklin, because it's important. I believe that when you're a veteran, and anybody can really do this, but it's when you have a veteran doing it, you feel like they understand, and they can take this ball forward. So hopefully we can work together, Congressman Scott Franklin, and make sure we can take care of the military as well as the veterans. The military as well as the veterans. And so that's another thing. And then to your other two slides you see to your left, I actually visited Polk County Veterans Council. They have a council, and I was there, and I was invited by Gary Clark. And Gary had the nerve to sit there and threaten me because I said something about the Air Force, that I could be outside in the rain and watch the meeting and stuff. So I had to be good. But there was a great meeting. It was lots of people in the audience that are concerned about our veterans. Lots of people, organizations coming together and talking about how they help support veterans. I belong to Hillsborough Veterans Council, but this is also Polk County Veterans Council as well. And I just learned today that I'm being nominated to be the Central Area Commander's Veteran Affairs. We have committee chair, and they cover Polk, Hillsborough, and Pinellas. So. Okay, so I got my work cut out for me. So I want to get a thumbs up, and great job for the community of Polk County and all they do for our veterans and their communities. Whew, well, that's a lot. So also let me look at my little goodie bags here. What I got for you guys as well. For those of you guys who may have missed it, on the 28th of June, we did a broadcast, about an hour and a half broadcast about LGBTQT community, veterans, mental health. I want to thank all our guests: Tracy Ramos, Navy vet; Jean, one of the Veterans Council Veterans Tribe. She's very, very important resource in Veterans Council Veterans. Xander K, he was there, a great insight, and eventually Stephanie Gidiji, the psychologist out of VA. So we did that because we don't really care if it's not about the race, it's not about your color, it's not about your sexual orientation, it's about being a veteran. We serve those who serve. So I want to make sure we talked about that end that we did for the end of July. Wow. So what else is next? Well, I can tell you that we got a full schedule. Veterans Council Veterans got a full schedule coming up. We're going, like I said, I was invited to be the part of the reserve units suicide prevention conference in West Palm Beach. I'll be a speaker there. It's like a 4 or 5 day event. I'll be speaking there for about, whatever. I'm going to hit a couple things. I'm going to hit the families. Too often the families are not part of the equation, but they need to be part of the equation. It's not just the veteran. The families are also part of the system, right? If you don't take care of the families, you're not going to take care of the veterans. So we got to continue to do that. I was talking to our representative in Hillsborough, Senator Janet Cruz, that there is a bill, SB 231 or HB 231 or SB 260 that's supposed to help provide some services for family members and stuff like that. I'm still trying to find out the details to make sure that the families are being taken care of. Task Force, 211, Tampa 211, I guess is the pilot for that. So hopefully I'll have more information for you guys next time I talk, so we can understand what kind of benefits and services that are out there for the families. Don't forget the families. Veterans Council Veterans, I tell you, our four focus areas: suicide prevention, the whole thing, military sector trauma, families, and then diversity. And if finally, but last but not least, I want to talk about Save a Date. Veterans Council Veterans is going to have its 3rd annual Veterans and Family Suicide Prevention Summit. It's going to be faith, veterans, families, and also add in there new slides, also mental health. We're gonna sit there. It's gonna be panel driven. We'll have a couple of guest speakers, but we're gonna sit there and find out. It's not as important about what you do. What's more important is what we all do together. You need everybody when it comes to veteran suicide to be effective. You need the veteran, you need faith, you need family, you need the community, and you need mental health. All of them must work together to really be effective in mental health. And that's what we're gonna do on the 18th of September. This should be coming out. We're going to start publishing the tickets because this is going to be a hybrid. It's going to be part in person and part streaming because of still dealing with the COVID. So it'll be in person and streaming. And we'll start publishing the tickets sometime this week. I'll let you know so you get tickets. It'll be like 50 tickets. Most of them are free. For if you're a veteran, spousal veteran organization that deals in veteran suicide, it will be free for you. Okay. And we're looking at St. Pete College campus on St. Pete, so we can spread the wealth. My last event was in Hillsborough. This event now will be in St. Pete. So we continue this thing here. So save the date, share it. There are suicides that are continuing to happen as we speak. The media may stop talking about it, but if you're a veteran or love the veterans, or concerned about veterans, you still know it's happening, and we still got to do something about it. And that's what we want to do. I've known people who have died by suicide, not just another suicide that happened in Polk County last Sunday. And it continues to happen. So we got to stay vigilant, and we got to be all together. So stay tuned for that on the save the date on the 18th of September in St. Pete. And I'll start publishing the tickets as soon as we are getting ready to let it go. Whoo! That is a lot. That's a lot. That I want you guys to know what Veterans Council Veterans are doing. But also, kudos to the new second highest Veteran Affairs position by Donald Remy. He's a veteran. That's very important. Number one, he's a veteran. We're not saying if you're not a veteran, you can't do the job as well, but there's something about having somebody who knows where you've been as part of that leadership, making serious decisions on your mental health and your rights. And so welcome on that veteran. We start getting that squared away. And in the next broadcast, you'll see I'll start bringing up more information that you may or may not know about in the future as well. So welcome again, Donald Remney, to the team. Please start taking care of our veterans. Hope to see you here in our area as we move on. Once again, Veterans Council Veterans, we always talk about this. We're a nonprofit, so when you're a nonprofit, you always want to sit there and do them. My ass, donors. We always need donors. We always need sponsors, especially for this event that's coming up. And we also need volunteers like any nonprofit. But I can tell you what, if you're part of Veterans Council Veterans, if you're part of Veterans Council Veterans, you're going to be working. Okay, we're not the kind of people that you're going to sit at home, watch Netflix. Okay, we want to work as well. So anyway, we're almost out of here. Thank you. Thank you for taking the time on your Monday. Be happy, be happy, be happy. Think about the positive. The media will try to put you down. Resist it. We want to finish up saying our prayers and good wellness for Walt Wraysick, excuse me, and all the people out there. I want to also say a special shout out to Sergeant Major Mario Fields and his wife as they're going through some stuff. But they, as long as they God, they will get through this. So until then, this is Veterans Counseling Veterans. Good day.